Since the 1960s, the spaceflight industry has paved the way for the scientific community. New discoveries about the laws of the universe are constantly being made, proving the necessity of space travel in this day and age. Though with the excitement of such extensive scientific discoveries comes the negligence of some of the negative side effects. Our planet is undergoing severe climate change, and these effects are becoming more and more prevalent as time goes on. Rocket launches burn a ferociously high amount of fossil fuels during every launch, leaving a trail of deadly particles streaking across the atmosphere. While for each rocket launch we may be learning a new valuable piece of scientific information, we may also be leaving the planet in an equal amount of devastation. Unfortunately, the vast majority of the public only chooses to see two sides of this argument. One half chooses to ignore the drastic effects on the climate and simply pushes to continue these space missions with zero caution or restriction. The other half vouches for the outright end of all space travel, stating that our focus as a species should be on our home planet, not in space. Both of these arguments have a fair amount of validity to them. However, issues like these cannot be perceived as a two-sided coin. This is a complex issue with multiple viewpoints as well as evidence to support each and every argument. Most current private space exploration companies believe in pushing to continue space exploration with no changes. Greed has a bad habit of getting in the way of common sense and respect for the environment, and many companies such as SpaceX relentlessly pursue the sky without much regard for the wake of destruction they leave. But wait, what about the relaunchable rockets they've been working on? Well, it can't be denied that this is indeed a successful endeavor that has saved the company much money and wasted materials. SpaceX still isn't maximizing their efforts to reduce waste. Just this past month, SpaceX attempted their first launch of Starship, the largest rocket ever built. It blew up 4 minutes into launch, scattering sheet metal and concrete miles away in each direction. This scattering of molten hot debris started a, quote, 3.5-acre fire on state park lands near the launch site, unquote. Studies have also shown that SpaceX hasn't fully optimized their flight path for the Falcon Heavy rocket, and it is consistently burning roughly 35 extra tons of fuel that could be saved with the correction of their flight path. This is simply an example of a corporation being lazy, and is an easy fix. Speaking of fuel, as fuel is burned across the Earth's atmosphere, countless of despicable chemicals are released and dispersed amongst all layers of the atmosphere. According to the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, 1,000 tons of soot are released into the atmosphere every year. This soot has the potential to slowly degrade the entire ozone layer, as well as slow jet streams, heat up the stratosphere to an abnormal climate, and increase the severity of monsoons across Africa and India. What could possibly be in these jet fuels that cause such chaos? According to Ryan Maurice, Ballhatchett, and Eastham in the article Impact of Rocket Launch and Space Debris Air Pollution Emissions on Stratospheric Ozone and Global Climate, the secret ingredients are as follows: liquid hydrogen, solid fuels, hypergolic fuels, and kerosene. These fuels specifically release black carbon and toxic alumina particles into the atmosphere, which eat away at our ozone layer. Unfortunately, with these big space corporations holding so much power, it's not likely that any immediate change will occur. However, action still can and must be taken. We all have state legislators in our district that hold some degree of power. The more the word gets out about this dire situation, the more likely it will end up in Congress on the House of Representatives or Senate floor. Those working in the aerospace industry can make significant efforts to change the way these rockets are built. Better education of these problems in college courses and high school classes can have a lasting impact on the younger generation of students. We all live on this planet, and thus we should all put in the effort to see these changes through.